What's going on, everyone? So, a lot of questions, a lot of speculation in regards to Austin Reaves in this upcoming offseason from, are the Lakers, is he going to sign the extension? Spoiler alert, he's not going to, and we'll talk about why in a minute. Are the Lakers actually going to trade him? Is this the time that they pony him up and actually make him available? Look, been very outspoken about, I think that they should trade Austin Reaves. Talked about it for, years now at this point. I just don't think anyone's untradeable. I don't think you trade Austin Reaves for a bag of chips. I don't think you just kind of give him away. But I think you got to at least listen more now than ever because he could just walk, right? And then now the Lakers get nothing and they're stuck with their, their hands in their pockets. Like, great, now what, right? So, and then, of course, you just have the normal speculation of like what Austin Reaves is going to be. Is he going to be better and whatnot? Even his agent came out and, kind of bashed the, Lakers trade rumors and stuff and said people have no idea what's to come and, kind of hyping up his client, which is what the agent's supposed to do. Like, what is the agent going to say? Like, Austin Reaves is going to be a bum again next year. Don't worry. Like, what is he supposed to say? He's supposed to say, like, hey, he's going to be really good. But the biggest issue and the biggest concern and the reason that the rumors have started, it's not even really because he had a bad playoffs, right? From a fan side of things, there are more fans now that are like, get rid of him, he's a bum, right? Like you just get like the extreme, the pendulum swing, as I always talk about, one way or another. But the reason and the rumors are really going around and are in abundance is because he could just leave because he's not going to sign an extension. It makes no sense for him to sign an extension, right? He has, a $14.9 million player option in 2026, 2027, which is what he'll opt out of because, again, he's going to get more money. So immediately you're going to lose, or run the risk. That's how he'd be a free agent. So you run the risk of him just opting out and leaving because the team goes, hey, we'll give you, an absolute max, right? And look, I've seen people be like, oh, no team will do that, blah, 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 only the Lakers overvalue him. I don't be shocked if that happens. There's a lot of bad organizations, even if you think he's trash, even if you think he's a bum, there are a lot of organizations that just give out foolish contracts and get themselves stuck or buy into the hype or, they just look at it from a dollar perspective. Man, Austin Reaves would make us some real money. If we went and got some Austin Reaves, like, man, the Austin Reaves hype, now everyone's going to be like, oh, Lakers are foolish. And there's teams that would like to that might slightly overpay for him just to get him off of the Lakers, right? To make the Lakers worse. And, he's not a guy that I don't believe Austin Reaves is worth 30 to 40 million. I don't. I think he's probably a 20, just based on the going rate, 20 to 25 million, probably like a 22 to 23 million a year type guy. If he was like signed 4 years, 100 million, fine. He's in that 20, 25 range. He's a blue chip role player, but he's not a superstar. He's not a star. He's not a max guy. But of course, you're got recent reports, particularly from Eric Pincus, that Austin Reaves is expected to seek upwards of 30 plus million, right? That he's not going to go and, take, like, if the most teams are offering are, say, 30 million, would he take 25 to stay with the Lakers? Maybe, right? Stay home, stay with the Lakers. It's where he wanted to be. I mean, he went undrafted just so he could go to the Lakers. So, yes, I could see Austin Reaves take a discount, but he's not going to take a drastic, significant discount. Because I've seen people like, hey, don't worry about Austin Reaves. Austin Reaves is just going to take a discount in the offseason. And it's like, yeah, okay, maybe, but he's not going to take 20 million if teams are offering 30. He might take 25 or 27 million, something like that, right? Like, I don't think people should get their hopes up that he's just gonna play for 10 million under value, because this would be his first real contract. You got to keep that in mind, right? Like, yes, his last contract he's making 13 million a year, which I know sounds silly when you're like, he's only making 13 million. Like, to people like us, it's silly, but by NBA standards and the type of player that he is, and he is he's still a very good player, right? Like, I just think he's not the star or superstar that people make him out to be. But nonetheless, right, he's probably about a $20 million a year to $25 million a year type of guy. All right. So I think that that's fair market for him, but he's not going to take that if another team, but your market is what teams are willing to pay. If a team is willing to pay 35, 40 million, then they're willing to pay 35, 40 million. But want to kind of get into what Eric Pincus said. Eric Pincus of Bleacher Report recently laid out the more likely path Reaves will take over the coming years, right? Reaves is nearly sure to decline the $14.9 million player option for 2026-2027 season to explore unrestricted free agency next summer, seeking a salary in the $30 million starting range. The most he can extend for, $19.5 million, is far short of that number. Any team acquiring him would need behind-the-scenes assurance that he'd sign a prearranged price, although they would technically be legal or binding, which basically like, hey, give us a commitment that you're going to stick around. That you're not gonna, that if we trade for you, you're not just going to bail, right? Like, you know, he has that famous quote where he's like, I ain't going to Detroit, right? So like if Detroit was interested in trading for him, right? Like they would want like, hey, remember those comments you said about us? Hey, we're willing to look past that if you are, buddy. But like, we need confirmation that you're not just going to leave us, right? Like that kind of thing. But obviously, that wouldn't be legally binding. Like he could just do it, but you know, teams would want assurance, right? But again, the most he could get is $19.5 million a year. He's not going to take that, right? He's not going to take that. Although, again, I think that's kind of where he's at. I think realistically, that's his price range. I think, you know, 20 to 25 million. If the Lakers can keep him, you know, again, if you told me he ended up, you know, opting out, signing a deal, 4 years, 100 million, fine. Be okay with it. Right. I would probably kind of, I would like to do more of a front end deal though. Right? Like maybe give him 30 million the first 2 years and then 25 on the back, right? Whatever, however you want to, or 20 on the back, right? So that way you can kind of, you know, when LeBron, because I think LeBron bare minimum plays another year, more likely than not 2, because he's probably going to want to play with his other son. So I think bare minimum, you're probably looking at, you know, 2 years. So like while LeBron's on the team, kind of have Reaves be at the highest. And so that way when LeBron, you know, retires, Austin Reaves is now making $5 million less. The salary cap keeps increasing each year. LeBron, you know, gets the, you know, his money falls off the book. So, you know, I'd kind of probably try to balance it out like that. So maybe you can get another guy when LeBron, depending on where we're at salary cap wise. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Phil, what are your thoughts? Do you agree? Disagree? Kind of mixed in the middle? Do you think Austin Reaves is worth 30 plus million? Do you think absolutely not? That'd be crazy. Do you think like, no, you got to make that move? However you feel. Either way, I love to hear it. Let me know down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.